Right, welcome back to the Vengacast. Today I'm here with Pav,
Hi.
a newcomer, first time on, Liam.
Hello.
Today we're just going to preview the Premier League games coming up at the weekend because we're all sick of the international break.
Yep.
Waiting for the Premier League to come back. So we're just going to go through each game one by one, just sort of say what we think the score will be and maybe why. We'll probably start with the closest game this weekend, Fulham versus Manchester City.
Oh,
very close game.
very.
Very. Liam, we'll let you start. How do you think this will go?
I mean, considering Man City won the last 5 and Fulham lost their last 5.
Yeah.
So Fulham lost very well is my out and right conclusion. I could see it being like 4-5-0 plus if I'm being honest.
Yeah, probably. I mean, last time these played, it was 3-0 to Man City at the start of the season. So, yeah, I don't think Fulham will be very confident going into this. Pav, do you think Fulham have a chance at all?
Not at all, no. Well, Man City's got 12 goals in the last 3 games against Fulham. And with having a goal has got 18 goals this season, Sane assisting loads, Sterling's on form as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're going to get bad,
Yeah.
If Fulham are to get anything out of this game, who are the most important players that they need to step up?
I don't think they had any player this season that actually stepped up. Which has 10 goals, but they all kind of came from not very important games. So
Yeah,
if they do have someone who should step up in this game, maybe someone like Seri or Sherla, who does have a bit more quality than all the other players on this team. But
yeah,
when you look at the Fulham team, though, they've actually got so much quality in the team. Together, they're just useless.
Well, it's weird what's happened to Fulham because I think before the season we'd all done table predictions. I think I had them 8th or something because they spent over 100 million.
I had them up with Wolves.
Yeah,
I was looking at that. What they've spent in the summer is just ridiculous.
Yeah, over 100 million for a team which just came up. It's a joke.
In comparison to teams around them, I'm not surprised. Throwing all them players together doesn't really guarantee success, but you expect it better.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think the managers have been the problem? Obviously, Jokanovic and then Ranieri's just gone.
Potentially, but I feel like there's more of a deep underlying problem with Fulham, not just the managers coming in.
Yeah,
I feel like with the team they've got, there's not a problem with the good play because they should be able to play anyway and win games.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
No matter what way they play, they don't win, and I don't understand why. But against Man City, I still don't have them with seeing a chance.
Yeah. Pav, what were you going to say then?
I kind of feel like when Fulham got promoted, they kind of just rushed everything, all the transfers and appointments. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they're just trying to make this thing where they're going to try and stay up, but they're just not doing the right things.
Yeah, do you think... you keep going.
Ranieri's been there for 2 or 3 months, and he's barely been given a chance to do anything with that team. So
yeah, not just Ranieri, but do you think they sacked Jokanovic too soon as well? Maybe.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I don't think anyone will have Fulham winning this. If they do, it'd probably be shocking season.
It'd be an interesting Super 6 if Fulham win. I'll say that much.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll get you score predictions then.
I'll pop first.
6-0 City.
6-0.
I'm going to say...
Sterling to a hat-trick.
Sterling's on fire recently, to be fair. I'm going to say 5-1 City.
Yeah, I'd probably say 3-1, 4-1, sort of around there. I think if Fulham want to get anything here, I think their defence needs to have the game of the season.
Yeah.
I can't even see Fulham getting a shot in this game, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean,
one of them ones.
I mean, Fulham's defence has been absolutely shocking this season. They've only kept one clean sheet all year, and I won't say who that was against, but yeah. Next then, bit of not the most exciting game. South Coast derby, Brighton versus Southampton.
One of them ones.
They will play each other 3 times in Premier League history, and every single game has been a draw.
Yeah.
How much that?
Thrilling. Absolutely thrilling.
Yeah, 1-1, 1-1,
might bet on a draw here.
Recent form, Southampton's got 2 wins, 3 losses in their last 5. Brighton's got 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw. So pretty similar in their form.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's even more strong of an argument to say that they'll finish in a draw.
I don't really know what's going to happen from this game, to be honest. It could go one or two ways. It could either be boring or something we're not going to expect is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, the pair of them aren't really safe yet.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. Like, I don't think Cardiff are that good, so I feel like the bottom three is the bottom three now.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's going to be a 0-0, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I can't see a lot going on.
I mean, I watched before, obviously, the national break. I watched Palace versus Brighton, and Brighton were absolutely class in that game. It was like the perfect away performance. And I know that this is at Brighton, but if they play like that again, I think that they'll have too much for Southampton.
Yeah.
Pav, did you watch? I don't know.
Who
did Southampton play just before the break?
They beat
was it Man U?
Oh yeah, they beat
Tottenham.
So do you maybe think they'll take the confidence from that game into this?
Yeah, obviously, like, if they're left off with a win at Spurs, it wasn't home, but obviously they beat Spurs.
Home,
yeah.
Win at Spurs and win at Spurs, to be fair.
Yeah. I still don't know, because on the day, Brighton's actually a fairly decent team.
Yeah.
And I feel they do have a better squad than Southampton.
Yeah.
And they're at home as well, so I do think Brighton just edges this one, but it will be like a very, very close game.
Yeah. Which players do you think will be the best in this game, sort of man of the match?
You probably think I'm having a laugh here about Glenn Murray.
I think that's fair enough if Brighton win and he scored.
And then
fair point.
For Southampton's team, probably like Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
He was class against
He did score a win against Spurs.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse is the second top scorer this year in the Premier League, only behind Aguero. So, yeah, he's
this
year at the minute. Yeah, this year, not this season.
This year, 2019.
No, he's got 6 in 2019.
That's impressive. That's for a midfielder.
Yeah, he's a free kick master as well, obviously. So I think Brighton will definitely have that in the back of their minds. They don't want to give any cheap free kicks at the edge of the box or anything. Maybe play a bit more cautiously when they're on the back. But what about Southampton? Obviously, you were saying Glenn Murray will be key for them. And you were saying Ward-Prowse, but maybe, obviously, they're going to have to score goals to win this. Does Southampton really have someone who can get them goals?
I feel like since they got promoted, they always had like a very bang-on average striker, like Shea Long or Charlie Austin. And
Pele.
They never had like a proper goal scorer apart from when they had Mane, but...
Yeah. He went to Liverpool, like half their team.
Yeah. It is hard to say where Southampton's goals come from. I guess it's kind of been the moral of the story the entire season. Like when you look at Southampton's team, it's again another case of it's not a bad team, but there's not a lot going for it.
Danny Ings has been decent this season, but is he in charge at the minute?
Danny Ings, I think he is.
Yeah, he was on the bench for the last game.
I'm not even sure who's starting in front of them now, to be honest, because I think Austin's injured as well.
Austin started against Spurs, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, did he?
Is Gabbiadini still there?
Who?
Gabbiadini.
No, he's at. Is it Fiorentina? He's went somewhere in Italy.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah. Nathan Redmond could pop up and do something, but it's just a big depends.
Yeah, so I mean, what he's going for score then?
2-2.
0-0.
I'll say Brighton will win because they've won their last 2 in a row, and I'll say that they keep it going here. I'll say Brighton win 1-0. Glenn Murray, maybe a header. Burnley versus Wolves.
Wow.
I'll be fair.
Burnley's been decent this year, yeah.
To be fair, I just can't call this because Burnley at the start of the season was just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then they picked up, and then recently they've been like poor again, and then they beat. Who did they beat last time? They were out.
They beat Spurs just like 2 weeks before that.
I think beat Spurs. Beat Spurs and they lost to some team up north.
Yeah.
And I feel like they won again.
Trying to see. Form. They lost to Leicester at home.
Leicester, Liverpool, Palace.
Oh no, their last game was Spurs. They mustn't have been playing just before that was like their last game before the international break, Spurs, when they won. But before that, they'd lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
So maybe if they turned it around again, this game sort of will be the one to prove that.
Burnley has always been impressive at home, but I keep on trying to undermine Wolves and every time they just blows out the water and just make us look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just don't want that to happen again, and I feel like Wolves will win because just the way, like, I look at their team and I'm just like, I don't know half of you, but you're so good.
Yeah.
Don't know any of yous, but
obviously another promoted team.
Yeah.
Pretty much Portugal FC at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
get Ronaldo next season.
Yeah, Wolves have beat Burnley every time they've played them in the Premier League as well. They've only played each other 3 times, like, but still, they do have that voodoo over them.
They play kind of good away from home as well, especially against top 6.
Yeah.
I know Burnley's not in the top 6, but
despite where Wolves are in the league, their form at the minute's not the best. They've only got 1 win in their last 5, and that was against Cardiff at home. So I don't know. This one could definitely go either way.
It could, but when you sit and look at, because I feel like Burnley have players that can score, just 1 or 2, and then you look at Wolves' team and you look at the front and you see Ruben Neves, Coutinho, Jimenez, Jota, you just look and it's like any of them can pop up and have a good day and just score for fun. So it does
Jimenez
just depend.
has 12.
Yeah, exactly. And then Ruben Neves is just a baller. Just straight up, he's just a joke. So I do think Wolves will win as good as Burnley can be on their day. It just depends what Burnley turn up, personally.
Yeah. I mean, if Burnley are to win, who do they look to maybe?
Probably Barnes and Wood. Seems like a decent partnership since the start of the year. They both have like 6 goals this year or something like that.
Barnes has 9, Wood has 7.
That's really impressive, yeah. Especially for like a mid-table team like Burnley. And I think both of these teams are really like comfortable with staying up. Maybe not Burnley, but obviously Wolves are like 9th or something.
But you think Burnley will stay up?
Yeah, definitely. I think that team's just too solid to go down at this point.
Yeah. I think with Burnley, their squad's not the best, but I just think Sean Dyche has done like an incredible job there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Burnley love him as well, naming a pub after him and that. So they respect what he's done there.
He's a good. He is really not quite. He is an amazing manager. It's one of them things where it's like I would hate to be a Burnley fan, but I suppose when you look at Burnley's squad and see how not so much this season, but how well they've done in recent seasons, you can't really have the foot to complain anywhere.
Yeah, I mean 7th last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Newcastle did do well over them this season.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, mad away days. It seems.
Fabian Shaw, what a goal.
Fabian Shaw, the king.
Hero gets knocked out and continues playing.
So, Pav, would you say Wolves are going to win this as well?
I think Wolves would win this game, but I think Burnley might win it.
Oh, you think Burnley are going to win?
Just, yeah.
Oh,
Don't know why, just have a feeling.
Liam, you were saying you think Wolves are going to win.
Who's
maybe man of the match for Wolves?
Generally. It depends. I could make a list, but I would Neves or Jimenez maybe. I'm not too sure. It depends. The entire team is amazing, but I think even if Burnley have a really good day, I still don't think Burnley's good enough to beat Wolves right now.
Yeah, Wolves have that the quality gap. Yeah. Pav, what do you think the score will be then if Burnley are winning?
1-0 Burnley.
Probably Burnley.
Probably 95th minute.
Ashley Barnes header.
Yeah.
Crouch comes on.
If Wolves win, Liam, what's the score?
I'm going to say 2-1 Wolves.
Yeah, I can see both of them happening. Mm-hmm. Palace versus Huddersfield.
Huddersfield getting bad again. I just have such a bad season.
Recently, I've been like, I think Huddersfield might edge it out every time they've just got bad. So
yeah,
I can't.
Not a big fan of Huddersfield, to be fair.
Either I'm not a fan.
So tempo.
Okay, I don't really like Huddersfield fans are listening.
Yeah, hopefully not.
It was Pav who said it.
Yeah, we just agreed.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Huddersfield are down. They've got no chance.
Yeah. After there wasn't a slim half chance anyways, but after the West Ham game and losing the manner that they did, there's just like you could like try and build, well, even if it had longer than they do now in terms of games left, they could mount a comeback, but after leaving and getting just the way you lost, there's just no chance at all. Nah, not a fan.
It's quite funny actually. Huddersfield's actually done a double over Wolves this year.
Yeah, I know.
Of all teams.
Both 2-0 as well.
They've got 6 points against Wolves and 7 against the rest of the league.
Oh, hey.
I don't know how they've managed that, but fair play. I mean,
It's
I don't know what
football for
Wolves
you.
are doing there.
It says a lot when Huddersfield's top goal scorer has 3 goals all season.
Yeah. I thought we were bad.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, even Jeffrey Schlupp has more goals than the top scorer for Huddersfield. So
says a lot.
But then Palace aren't exactly firing either. Their top scorer is Luka Milivojevic, and he obviously takes pens for them.
I'm pretty sure every single one's a pen.
Well pronounced.
Yeah. I made sure I read that correctly
for a second.
Almost handed over the path. But, yeah, so he's probably Palace's, not best player, but he's probably who they rely on.
Palace have a lot
obviously,
of
he's the
players
captain now.
out though. Like
Yeah.
you can see Townsend coming in and just having an amazing game. Zaha does it on the regular.
Even someone like Wan-Bissaka, like Van Aanholt.
Yeah.
Like, they're full backs and they're so good going forward.
Yeah.
I hate saying Van Aanholt's good for obvious reasons, but he is a good player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's quick.
Yeah.
I think that's what that Palace team has.
Yeah,
A lot of teams in the league. They're just so quick in like every possession.
Exactly.
I like a FIFA team.
Yeah.
Head to head over the last 2 seasons, Palace have won twice, and Huddersfield's got a win against them in their first ever game in the Premier League last season. Obviously, quite a lot's changed since then.
A lot has changed indeed.
Yeah, I think Huddersfield pretty much knackered for this game, but could they maybe nick a draw?
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but it's got the point where I don't like Huddersfield, but I'm at the point now where I feel bad.
Yeah.
I was like,
give them something.
You're down, but at least just do something. Like, I don't know if you could...
The thing is, like, Huddersfield's so far down now.
Yeah.
I want them to win this game because then it means we have a better chance of finishing above Palace.
It's at the point where it's like, you would think a couple of games ago they would realise that they were down and start playing with a lot more freedom, but when you watch them play, you don't see that freedom.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you see, like, Newcastle a couple of seasons ago and went down and played Tottenham last game season. All right, now we were down. And yet we put in performance like that, you don't see that kind of same attitude or kind of response where the Huddersfield players just do what they want. They just are just a bad team.
I was going to say, do you think that's just the quality? That they're just not good enough to compete?
They are just not good enough.
Yeah.
Out and right.
I think... you go on, Pav.
Wasn't like their only winter signing Jason Pancher on loan from Palace?
Yeah, Jason Punchin.
Yeah.
That's who you need when you're trying to beat them.
Premier League survivor, what do you want, Jason Punchin?
Jason Pancher. Did they go... Go on, Joe.
I was just going to say, I even think half the championship teams would beat Huddersfield.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that they're worse than quite a few teams in there.
If you look at the half, like, you see, like, look at the Villas and all that. Derby, everyone, really.
So I honestly think since like the end of January they've just been preparing for the championship. I think maybe that's why Wagner left, and they just brought in the new manager, just sort of going, right, just doing out this season, next season's when it matters.
I think Wagner kind of put this mentality in them as well that they were better than they were.
Yeah.
Especially when they came up in the same season that Newcastle did, and the season after. Whenever you would watch them play, they always have these big firework displays at the stadium and whatnot. And you make honestly, who do you think is are? Like, just water it down a bit and like actually focus on the football instead of all the glitz and glamour that comes with it. So I think that's kind of finally caught up with them, a little dream of being in the Premier League, and it's kind of hit them back and down to reality. Really.
Yeah, so you think they got a bit too big for the boots, I guess.
Exactly.
I think last season got really lucky.
Yeah,
with staying up, but this season I think like the bottom 10 is just too competitive, and there's 2 18s which are too good for them.
Yeah,
especially once I got promoted, apart from Fulham.
Could you argue that they maybe didn't do enough in the summer? Like, I know you were saying they got punched in January, but in the summer as well, they didn't really get that many.
But another sign, to be fair, another sign striker. I don't know his name.
They got Isaac and Benza. They signed Congola on a permanent.
Oh yeah.
And I think they got someone else, but I'm not sure who now.
Yeah, but they're not like...
Whoever the side's not worked.
Yeah, exactly. Is there any players in that Huddersfield squad who you think maybe are good enough for the Premier League?
Aaron Moy, and that's probably about it. Even he hasn't been that good this season.
Yeah. He's been injured for most of it, to be fair to him. I think that's killed Huddersfield as well.
Probably, because he was always like a lead on the pitch, but...
Yeah.
Liam, what were you saying then? Who else, maybe, in that squad?
Well, when I sit there and look at that Huddersfield team, I sit there and look at them like, your probably best player is your goalkeeper, and that's about as far as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, but it's in the case of Lascelles had so much to do this season, he probably looks a little bit better than he actually is. Because just as I know how that feels.
He was class against us, but we beat them 2-0. So.
Yeah. But I don't even know half of Huddersfield's players, if I'm being honest. I'm just looking and it's like, I just no stars. I feel like every team at kind of like the bottom half has those players. Whereas, they look like a championship squad in the Premier League. They've got like a couple of star rising up players where, like, of course, your Man City's and that are just full of them. But Huddersfield, they've just got no one.
Yeah,
wow.
so
Yes.
do you think this is just a standard win for Palace then?
Yeah.
It seems like nothing's ever standard for Palace.
Yeah, true. Palace are one of them where they can just show up, beat anyone. Well, they're the only team that beat Man City away this season. So
I think Palace are similar to West Ham and they're similar to Newcastle as well. They might be absolutely dreadful, or they can just surprise everyone.
Yeah, pull off a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, if they win here, there'll be no miracle, but
exactly.
This will be a pretty standard win.
2 weeks ago when Huddersfield got beat 4-3 by West Ham.
Yep.
Yeah.
When they were like 3-1 up.
Yeah.
I thought so.
They were leading and they lost.
Well, they had the striker that they signed from Charlton in January. He scored twice, but then they brought him off. And we're like, nah, don't score anymore.
I'll do.
I know you don't watch American teams, but there's this thing in America called like tanking, where teams sort of lose on purpose. Right. And I guess they were just sort of accepting like, let's just make sure. Like, let's not risk a player.
You would think so.
We don't want any injuries.
So
get them ready for next year. Yeah, Sunderland done it 2 years in a row.
Like it's like that. It's at the point now for Huddersfield where they can't even fight to play, like, still get relegated, but can't even fight for like the 19th and 18th spot to get like a little bit more parachute payment.
Yeah,
there's just nothing. It's just inevitable what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm sort of worried for Huddersfield next year as well. I don't know how they'll.
Might just do something similar to what a team done a couple of seasons ago, where they might finish bottom again and then get relegated in League One.
I would love that.
No, but obviously, like you're saying, last 2 years, especially when teams have went down, there's no guarantee at all that you're coming straight back up.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, 2 seasons ago, not just like obviously we're talking about Sunderland going straight back down, but Hull were down there for the whole season as well, and then.
Villa, when they went down.
Yeah, Villa, they struggled. Even this season, West Brom were the only team who went down who looked like they have a chance of coming back.
Yeah, Swansea and Stoke have been awful.
Yeah, Swansea and Stoke have done nothing.
Yeah. Especially with like this team Stoke has. Obviously, it's not a good Premier League team, but they have so many players which should be good in the Championship.
Yeah, it wasn't Stoke's team. Wasn't a team you would look at and be like, oh, right, the world beat us. It's one of the ones where it's like, mid-table, kind of like Burnley said. It's not going to do anything. They just kind of seem to be there just to fill up the numbers, really.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, they had Shaqiri and Arnautovic on the wing.
Yeah.
And now you look at them
and now look at them both for them.
It's mad that Bojan's still there.
Exactly.
His career's just went so downhill. You can't even get a game for Stoke in the Championship now. He was winning the Champions League with Barca a few years ago.
Mad.
Sort of feel a bit sorry for him. But, score predictions for Crystal Palace, Huddersfield.
2-0 Palace.
I feel bad, and I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1?
Yeah.
Huddersfield would snap your hand off for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with Pav. I think 2-0 Palace probably suits this.
Yeah. It probably does it. I mean, I think Crystal Palace will win. I just feel bad.
Yeah. Next, sort of a bit of a closer one. Leicester Bournemouth.
I think this will be a really good game.
Yeah.
I kind of like watching both teams, and I kind of like both teams as well.
Why do you like both teams?
Because I'm a spot here. So for Bournemouth, I really like Eddie Howe. I think because like what he's done with them in the past few years, and I kind of feel like everyone has a soft spot for Leicester after
what happened.
Yeah.
This is interesting. In 7 games, Leicester's never beat Bournemouth in the Premier League.
Not.
So do you think that'll change this time round, or will
I think Leicester could win this game.
keep it going?
Obviously, they just got a new manager and they do have that bounce back thing where players kind of want to prove themselves and show that it wasn't them who like made the team have poor results in the past few games. But
yeah, Leicester's won the last 2 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Leicester did beat Burnley after going 10 men down after 5 minutes when Harry
Yeah,
Maguire got sent off.
Aye.
And that's not for Leicester. That's just not just like a casual player gets sent off. That's probably their best defender.
Yeah,
arguably. So it's one of the things. I think Leicester can win, but Bournemouth also can win. It's a hard one. Very interesting lineup.
Which players would make the difference for Leicester?
Vardy, Madison.
Yeah, just the usual kind of culprit.
Yeah.
There's not much else going on that Leicester team apart from players like that. Gray can do things, but that's just always dependent on how he's feeling.
Inconsistent, yeah.
Yeah.
There was like NDD and Tielemans who are
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to say his name because I didn't want to try and
that's a solid midfield, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, Everton at 90 minutes, love it.
Yeah. So Bournemouth then. Bournemouth have actually scored quite a few goals this year. They've got 2. Both their strikers are on 11 goals this season.
Ryan Fraser, 10 assists as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't Ryan Fraser like second of assists across Europe's top 5 leagues or something stupid like
Not
that?
sure. I know Hazard's first in the Prem, but
Sure.
Hazard's first in the Prem.
for
I didn't even know
assists,
that.
I think he is.
How many's he got, like? Fraser has 10, like you said.
Let me check.
Put him on the spot again, Joe.
I feel like he's got like 11, but it might be
Hazard's
9.
got 11, yeah. Hazard's got 11. So yeah, one above. So you think could Fraser overtake him in this game?
Who's Chelsea got?
Chelsea have Brighton.
Well, they don't.
Oh no, Chelsea have Cardiff away. Cardiff away.
Oh,
It's too far down there.
Then probably not.
So you think
Hazard's probably going to like another 2 against Cardiff.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. This will be a close game. Do you think it'll be a high scoring game or quite conservative? Sort of both teams sitting back, not taking too many risks.
It could be high scoring.
Yeah, I feel like it could be. I feel like with the kind of mentality that both teams play, you don't sit there and say, "Oh well, Leicester sit back the entire game," or Bournemouth sit back, because neither of them really do.
Yeah.
So things could get I wouldn't say out of hand, but you could start seeing like 5-6 goals in one game.
Yeah. What's 4-2 last time they played each other?
Yeah.
And they're both really direct teams, so...
Yeah, I mean, Bournemouth haven't got the best form in the last 5 games. The only team that they beat is Huddersfield, which pretty much doesn't count at this point.
So basically just haven't won the last 5 games.
Yeah. I know last game they drew 2-2 with Newcastle due to a Matt Ritchie screamer.
Matt Ritchie absolute scenes in the 90th minute.
Yeah,
Limbs
Bournemouth police bit soft. But, get arrested for celebrating nowadays. But can't comment on that.
Did you see when they were dragging the fans over the barriers and then arrested them after?
And then arrested them. They arrested a 14-year-old kid, which I think
just sums it up.
Bournemouth, what are you doing? Arresting 14-year-olds.
Don't know what goes on the South Coast.
Yeah, if they can't handle that, then Jesus.
Imagine him like getting a job when he gets like 16. He's like, oh yeah, go arrest him.
Criminal record for Matt Ritchie equalised on the night.
What are you in for? I just celebrate the goal. No, but I think obviously both teams have quite a bit of striking power, and I think that'll probably be the difference this game. Who can get not who can get more goals out of Vardy or Bournemouth's front two, but I think it'll come down to that.
Yeah. One of them 3 will probably get the winner.
Yeah, you'd put good money on that probably.
Yeah.
What will be the score in this game then?
Oh. 3-2 Leicester.
I'm going.
Who gets the goals?
Ndidi, Vardy, Madison, Andrew Sermon, and Josh King.
5 different scorers.
Imagine if I get that right and I didn't put a bet on it.
You can come back to this.
I would have not
You've got
that
evidence
actually. And how much that's going to get you?
Liam, what are you saying then?
I am saying 3-1 Bournemouth.
Who scores?
Wilson,
for both
King,
guys.
just the kind of casual.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 for Wilson, 1 for King, and then for Leicester, it could be anyone. Theoretically, kind of Vardy, I guess. Well, that's just picking 3 strikeouts to score 4 goals, but yeah, whatever, let's just go with that.
Yeah. Yes, because you both have high scoring games, I'll just go 0-0. It's about to happen now.
Playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Next, the team who's on fire at the minute, Man U against Watford.
Oh, I want Man United to lose so badly. If I'm being brutally
Don't we
honest.
all?
Well, maybe not so much for Newcastle's position in the league.
I don't know.
Catching up. Well, I can't. To be fair, I can't see you catching up with Watford, anyways.
Yeah, to be fair, this will be Watford catching up the Man U. Probably.
Yeah. I just feel like Man United are wrapped in this bubble right now. I still don't think Ole should be kept on as permanent manager for Man United.
Yeah.
I still don't think he's the man. I don't think if he was made manager permanently, that he would actually be the manager, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the players still... I feel like that group of players are still kind of in charge of that team. I feel like if Jose Mourinho can't sit there and kind of control them players, I personally don't think anyone can. I feel they might not have a really good team, but if they want to get back to the ways that they used to be, there needs to be like a change in the squad mentality now. And I hate to pick out players, but I'm going to pick out Pogba.
Yeah.
Because I hate that person, but kind of them kind of players where they are so talented, but yeah, they've got this mentality that they have an absolutely terrible game, but it doesn't matter because the Pogba, it just doesn't matter what happens, so to speak. So I feel like they need a new manager in who's going to try and control them.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I couldn't sit here and think of a manager that could.
So do you think if Solskjaer stayed, it would be like sort of the Leicester situation 2 years ago where they thought Shakespeare was doing such a good job as interim that they got him in permanently and then it just all went downhill from there?
Because when they're sitting there like, oh well, this is great, we just kind of do what we want. Mm-hmm. I don't see a philosophy of football that Man United play, although it is working. I don't sit there and be like, so what happens when things go bad and run a bad form? Who's going to sit there and stand up in that dressing room and be like, things need to get sorted? Because I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, so you don't think... Well, obviously they do have like leader figures, but who maybe is that leader figure for Man U if something like that happens? Yeah.
Whereas I feel like when you have a manager of kind of Mourinho's or Rafa Benitez's kind of stature, they kind of sort things out when things go bad. And I don't think Ole is good enough, but I don't think he's kind of got the kind of name to himself to do that, especially after his last managerial career. It didn't end too well.
No, definitely not. Obviously, taking Cardiff down last time he was in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Pav, do you think Ole's the right choice for next season, or do you agree with Liam?
I actually agree with Liam. I think the players are only play well because of like who he is to Man United.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he was in another team, he wouldn't be seen as such a good manager.
Yeah.
Do you sort of think the Man U players are playing sort of to get revenge on Mourinho? Like, oh, look what we're like without you.
I think that's always a bit of a case when a manager leaves.
Yeah, but I think it was sort of even worse there because of the size of Man U and how big of a name Mourinho is. It was sort of turned up by 10.
Yeah, I don't think that did make a massive difference.
Yeah.
But
so do you think Mourinho would have won the games, like the big games that Solskjaer has won? Like, do you think Mourinho would have went to Spurs away and beat them, went to PSG and turned that round? No. So do you think Solskjaer has made an immediate impact, but long term, he's just not going to be the main man?
That's the one, yeah.
Watford's only beat Man U once in their last 11, which doesn't fare well for them, but...
It's back in 2016, actually.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Watford could do this. They could.
Yeah, I think they're having a really impressive season. Like, I think last 2 seasons they always had a good start, and you thought, oh, they're going to do well this season, and then it got like January and it decided to go downhill, and finishing like between 10th and 14th. But they're still 8th in the league, and they are in a decent form. They won the last 3 games and the last 5.
Do you think?
But I think in this, go on.
Do you think Javi Gracia deserves manager of the season? Because there's been a lot of talk of that recently.
maybe not off the season just because of how well some other managers have done, but
yeah,
he would definitely have to be like nominated for it. And
in that top three.
yeah,
I would personally give it to him, if I'm being honest.
I agree. I think he deserves it.
Because when in the past recent seasons, you look at like the team that's won the league's usually been outstanding, and up until kind of Liverpool's like recent form, you thought, oh well, Jurgen Klopp's won it, no question doubt. Liverpool won the league, and then the season before that, oh Man City, Pep Guardiola has done an amazing job, but they've both had these kind of. I don't think Liverpool or Man City have been amazing, and Pep Guardiola they've been amazing, but I don't think they've had the kind of same form that Man City last season had.
Yeah.
And I feel like...
you love Rafa Benitez, to be fair.
Yeah. And I feel like they've both got amazing teams anyways, and I feel like Watford's team isn't amazing in the way they're playing are. So...
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that's the main difference. I think it's just City and Liverpool are where you'd expect them to be with the money that they spend and the squads they have. Whereas I remember before the start of the season, a lot of people actually had Watford going down. They were not worried about them. Obviously losing.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I know James did. Not the names drop anyway. But yeah, I think Watford are 8th at the minute. Yeah, 8th, which is I don't think anyone had them in 8th. They've made a profit this season on transfers as well. I think that they're the only team to do that.
Only one player.
Yeah. Well, I mean, selling Richarlison for 50 million probably helped.
A little bit like.
Yeah. But realistically, do Watford have a chance of winning this the way that Man U are playing at the minute?
I think I do have a chance, but it's just one of them games where Man U won't win because they're going to play better football with better tactics. They're just going to win because they have better quality players.
Yeah. Man U lost their last game against Arsenal away. If they do lose this game, do you think people start turning on Solskjaer? Obviously, Man U is such a big club, the demand's so high there. Do you maybe think like criticism starts getting put on them straight away if they lose 2-0?
No, I don't think so actually, because they're on like the Champions League quarterfinals, and that is like so much more than what Man U fans expected, like back at Christmas. But yeah, I think like the end of the season will show that maybe he is not the great manager that people think he is. Yeah.
Watford lost their last one against City, but I mean, pretty much everyone loses to City now.
Can't blame them, can you?
Yeah, you can't really have a go.
It's only 3-1 to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, probably one of the better performances someone's put up against City this year.
Yeah,
they got bad at 5-0 by Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like 4 weeks ago.
But then once again, that's Liverpool. They're the top two teams this season, so you can't really blame Watford for that. Other than them 2 games, they've won the other 3 in the last 5 games. So, would you maybe, off form since Solskjaer's come in, would you put Man U in the same category in terms of quality as Man City and Liverpool?
No,
you still think them 2 are better?
Yeah, I think there's like a big gap between the top 2
and the rest of the league,
and the rest of the league in terms of quality.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I don't think there's that big of a gap.
Yeah.
I just feel that the Liverpool's and Man City's managers play a big part of it. That they've both kind of got this winning mentality that Man United used to have years ago, but they don't have it now. Of course, you can look at Man United's defence and kind of midfield and that's it. It's not amazing. They haven't got players they don't have that Aguero, they don't have that Salah. But I feel like you can't take anything away from the likes of Rashford.
Yeah,
Rashford's in a couple of years, not only how good he's been now, but imagine how good he's going to be in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Rashford could be better than Aguero in a couple of years' time. It just depends on how things pan out, really.
Yeah. Weirdly, this season, Man U's top scorer is Lukaku. Do you think he'll... I didn't actually think he'd be top scorer.
I was going to say after that, I'm surprised he actually controls the ball to score.
Yeah, so do you maybe think that's something Watford could capitalise on? Obviously, even though he's got 12 goals, I wouldn't say Lukaku's had the best season by any means, and Rashford's out injured. Other than Rashford, going forward, they haven't been the greatest. Do you maybe think if Watford's defence has a good game, that decides the game?
I'm not too sure because of course, we sat and watched the Man United PSG game, and I don't like saying Lukaku had a really good game, but he did have a really good game.
Yeah,
he was really impressive.
He was really impressive.
And I feel like Lukaku is an amazing striker when he wants to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like too many times this season he's just kind of disappeared. And he hasn't been that player you're expecting of him, and the kind of money that they paid for him. He hasn't been that player.
So if Watford are to get anything from this, who needs to really step up for them and have a good game?
I think Doucouré. I think he's been class this season.
Yeah, obviously rumoured with links to PSG and Man U, all the top teams. So I'd say maybe Watford's main man this season.
Yeah, probably. I think him and Capu are really good in midfield together. Mm-hmm. They kind of like complement each other.
Yeah, they both.
But like going forward, they still have like Deulofeu and Troy Deeney.
Yeah.
Which are like very dangerous players. And hard to play against as well with like Deulofeu's pace.
I think a lot of people undermine how much work Deeney actually does. Like when Newcastle were linked with Troy Deeney, I thought a lot of people were like, not too sure about it, but I was really excited about it, kind of hoping it would happen. Because I feel like he doesn't score that many goals, but I feel like he is a bit similar to Rondon, and kind of the same way Harry Kane's been playing for England recently, where Harry Kane, if you've been honest, hasn't been looking like he's going to score every game for England. It's been looking like kind of Sterling and all kind of them kind of players, because they've been feeding it into Kane, and Kane's been knocking it off for the wide players. And I feel like Deeney has that same kind of effect of if they get played into him and he plays it out with the players around him.
Do you think Deeney should be
actually top scorer? I think that's pushing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far when you look at the kind of strikers England have, but he is good.
I mean, I don't know. I saw a lot of people were saying it was quite controversial how Hudson-Odoi got in when he literally hasn't played a single minute in the Premier League. So do you think players like Deeney will sort of look at that and go like, this is a bit unfair just because I don't play for a top club?
Southgate has this kind of mentality though. Like, to be fair, on Hudson-Odoi, I'm not Tony Montenegro, but he did have a very good game.
He was class, yes.
There was that one occasion where the ball got pinged about 40 yards in front of him. He controlled it like in the air, got past 3 players and had a shot.
Yeah.
And then he went in. And just that control alone on the ball, it was honestly, his foot was higher than his head. It was absolutely madness. So you can see the quality's there. I just feel like Chelsea need to give him a chance by now.
Yeah.
Have you seen a video of him at like 13 or something?
No.
Playing for like Chelsea. It was a video of him playing for Chelsea under 13s. And he was like literally running from like his own half past like 10 players, jumping the shoulder and banging like every single goal in.
I'm honestly not surprised. You do see the quality in him. It's just when he's going to get a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the stats here for this season. Man U literally dominate Watford in every start except one, which is chances created per match.
Yeah, so tackles.
If Watford win this game, how many goals do they need? Do you think one will do, or will they need quite a few to stop, like counter Man U?
I think they will struggle to keep a clean sheet against Man U, but if they do win, it will have to be like a 2-1, 3-1 victory.
Yeah.
And the players will have to step up for that because it is a tough game, especially at Old Trafford.
Overall, then, score predictions.
I'm going to go with 2-0 United.
2-1 United.
Yeah, I think Man U will win as well. I'll say 2-0 as well.
Yeah.
Can't see Watford scoring this game, to be honest. West Ham versus Everton at 5:30 on Saturday.
I'm actually really intrigued by this game, I've been honest. Because I looked at it, I haven't got a clue who's going to win. Because I don't know. You kind of understand which Everton team's going to turn up, but I don't know which West Ham's going to turn up.
Yeah.
It could be the amazing West Ham, or it could be the really subpar West Ham.
I mean...
It just depends.
West Ham's recent form is literally win, loss, win, loss, win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Everton's is pretty similar, except they've got a draw in the middle as well. I don't know. Do you think Marco Silva's the right manager for Everton? Because there's been a lot of rumours that he maybe should go at the end of the season.
See, I really like him. I really liked him when he was at Hull. I really liked him when he was at Watford. But after like a few months into the season, he just doesn't seem like a very good manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not his league, but They are like, what, 11th, Everton? So you could say that...
They're 11th,
yeah. They're 11th. You could say they're underachieving with the team they have, but...
definitely.
They haven't done well since... I don't even know since when. They haven't done well for quite a while now.
Since
so...
like Moyes... Well, actually, there was that season under Martinez where they finished 5th. Since then, really done nothing.
For the past quite a few seasons, though, everyone's looked at Everton's team and be like, right, at the summer, every time, Everton have got an amazing team, fully expecting them to finally do this kind of strong, kind of top 6 push they're looking for, which they've only done kind of once recently. And every time it's kind of like, yeah, they're up there, but I wouldn't say they've kind of, it's kind of because they've been good, it's kind of because everyone around them's been a bit rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with the team they've got, they need to be doing better, but I know it's how hard it is to break into that kind of top 6 still.
Yeah. What do you think like the main problem with Everton is then?
John Pickford, can I say that? and that's not even me saying like kind of. I feel like John Pickford is a really good keeper, but I feel like it kind of showed a lot of the kind of ex-professional goalkeepers were going on about kind of the kind of certain mentality you need to have.
Goalkeepers union here.
Yeah, and Pickford just doesn't have that kind of. Well, not now, at least. He doesn't have that kind of goalkeeping brain. Mm-hmm. Of course, we were all loving it when he played Newcastle with the kind of reactions we were getting and eventually what happened. But is the player that needs to have the calmest head on the entire pitch to not have that just shows that he's still got a lot of learning left to do.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's doubting his ability, apart from when he parried a shot that went straight towards him for Perez to hit him. Yeah. But it's the mental side that he needs to sort out.
Yeah, I think that's a problem with quite a lot of the Everton players, because I remember you were saying about Pogba before and sort of that attitude where like even if they lose, he still thinks he's class. And that's so. After we beat Everton, Richarlison posted a picture of him shushing the crowd. So funny. Yeah. And I was so like,
some of the comments on there were hilarious.
Do you know that we lost? So I think quite a few Everton players sort of have that problem where they maybe think they're too good and Everton's maybe better than what they are, and they sort of need a reality check of you're 11th in the league, you're amongst everyone else, you know better than any other mid-table team.
Kind of like the play for themselves rather than for the actual team.
Yeah. Because like you say, I think players like Richarlison and Pickford, they definitely have this sort of mental problem where they think they're top like players, whereas in reality they're not. They're just as good as a player at Newcastle or West Ham or someone like that.
Yeah, I feel like the kind of money Pickford went to Everton for kind of made it seem he's a lot better than he actually is.
Yeah.
He is good enough to be England's number 1, but mainly because there's not too much competition for him.
I was going to say, yeah.
I mean, if Dubravka's English.
Yeah.
Oh, if Dubravka's English.
But it is again another mental problem, I think. I think the quality's there for all of them, but they just need to kind of wrap their heads together and sort it out.
Yeah, I mean, these two literally couldn't be more even in terms of the last 5 games that they've played in recent meetings. West Ham's won 2, Everton's won 2, and there's been 1 draw. So not much really splits these. I definitely think West Ham sort of maybe overtook Everton in terms of that team where everyone's like, "Ooh, could these push for the top 6 in the next few years?" The way that West Ham are going and the money that they're spending. So do you just think West Ham's a team that's definitely on the up at the minute?
Yeah.
Marco Arnautovic he's honestly...
You love him, don't you?
I love what Arnautovic does for West Ham. Mm-hmm. And I think he's one of the best players in the Prem.
Oh.
Is that a bit of a push?
I don't think he's the best player at West Ham.
Who do you think's best player at West Ham?
Felipe Anderson. Mm-hmm. Or Robert Sandcross. Shout out James.
Didn't realise James was on, but okay.
But yeah, I just think he brings a lot to the team where as if they were lacking. Of course, they've got Andy Carroll, but they haven't really got Andy Carroll. The hospital got Andy Carroll still. Yeah. But I do really like Arnautovic as a player.
Yeah, I mean, do you think West Ham fans still feel the same about him? Obviously, he's sort of like a cult hero sort of player, a bit like what Mitrovic was for us. But do you think that they'll still feel the same way after what happened in January, where his agent and him were sort of trying to force a move to China, but it didn't go through?
It probably depends, on his reaction, because if he comes back,
yeah,
and does like still play for a team like Hayden kind of did in the summer, then you have to like say, oh, fair enough, you didn't like make a mistake in January, but if that's your like mentality, then fair enough. I'd like do want you in my club, but if he just comes back, doesn't like try, kind of just police for himself to get a big move in the summer, then that's something that you want in your team.
It wasn't necessarily him that wanted the move, was it?
Or his agent.
Wanted all the commission that comes with it.
That's what you've got to ask.
So, because I'm being honest, with all the money that comes to China, I can't see any respectable player with a good head on wanting to go play in China.
Yeah.
Of course, you understand the kind of reasons that Oscar went, and he just wanted money, because he didn't have any money. But I don't think he needs the money. In a sense, he just wants to play football. So
I mean, I think Chelsea would have been paying him enough. Like, I don't know what they were paying him.
I don't know how much Oscar's on now, but it's madness.
Too much, that's the one.
Too much.
Yeah. I feel like when you watch West Ham play, Arnautovic is so passionate about them.
Yeah.
Like whenever he scores, whenever like they win.
Yeah.
And he has been captain for a few games this season, so
that's what I've seen. It's sort of like it's always like an Eastern European player. There's like that one Eastern European at every club who's just dead passionate about everything, and everyone just loves them.
I think it's the Eastern European thing. They're just mad.
Yeah, like the Wenger boys have Pav.
I bet Arnautovic has West Ham till I die tattooed on his legs.
Yeah. And like you were saying about his agent, whatever his agent done worked, because literally as soon as the January transfer window ended, he signed a new contract with West Ham, getting paid like 100. It was like 180 or something thousand a week, which is ridiculous. But West Ham can pay that now, so why not? I guess keep your best players. But Pav, you were saying you think Felipe Anderson's the best at the club. Why do you think that?
Yeah, I think he just has so much quality, and when you watch him play, he does seem like, I think he is like one of the best players, not best players, best wingers in the league. Yeah. He is he West Ham's top scorer?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's got 8.
8 goals, 4 assists. 1,404 passes. Yeah, I think he's just that player that can win you games by himself. But then West Ham do have a few of these players like Arnautovic or Robert Snodgrass. Lanzini as well.
Arnautovic just keeping Hernandez out of the starting 11.
Yeah, Hernandez isn't a bad player.
He's got 2 against Huddersfield, didn't he? Hernandez.
Yeah. Came on, scored.
Equaliser and the winner.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the Declan Rice hype?
Shite.
Okay.
When I was watching the match last night, it's hard to read too much in England versus Montenegro, but he did look very comfortable in midfield. But he has looked kind of comfortable all season. Would I say he's better than the likes of? Would I say he's miles ahead of the likes of what Sean Longstaff was doing while he was playing? Yeah, probably not. But I feel like Declan Rice has got them goals in his game, which which Longstaff doesn't. Is he better than Longstaff? Probably. No. But is he the best England midfielder? Without that, not.
I sort of think West Ham fans are putting too much pressure on him.
Far too much.
Yeah.
Like, I think they literally think he's going to become the next Gerrard Lampard that scores.
Yeah.
I think they just need to give him a bit of time. And I also think West Ham fans maybe took it a bit too far, where they were literally celebrating Longstaff getting injured.
That was a joke.
I feel like celebrating anyone getting injured's a bit much.
Yeah, but that's West Ham fans, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Unless they're Mackham.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Very fair point, Pav.
So we've said who West Ham's best players are. Who's Everton's best players?
Sigurdsson.
Do you think it's that easy?
Yeah.
I think it's between Sigurdsson or Idrissa Gueye as well.
Oh, he's class, yeah.
Richarlison is, on his day, is unbelievable. Kind of similar with St. Paul's Zaha.
Yeah.
Where he can just kind of control what he wants and just do what he wants.
Run the show himself.
Yeah, but I would say Sigurdsson's kind of the Everton's best talented, I don't know, but kind of most important.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, like Sigurdsson has done it in the Prem for 6 years in a row now with Swansea and Everton.
And Spurs. He was good at Spurs as well.
Yeah.
Idrissa Gueye has got 108 tackles so far this season, which is ridiculous. Do you maybe think he's good enough himself to counter that West Ham sort of attack with Felipe Anderson, Arnautovic, and all them sort of players. Or he needs the people behind him to obviously step up as well, which is maybe why their defence hasn't been the best this season.
I think he is good enough to like stop West Ham from winning games, because you have seen that in the past where he has made like a match performance against top teams. Probably is like one of the best defensive midfielders in the league. And
yeah, I mean PSG wanted to sign him in January, which if PSG want you, you know that you're doing something right.
Exactly.
I think it's quality.
But ultimately, you think Sigurdsson is their best player.
Yeah.
You think Sigurdsson will score in this game?
Free kick.
A free kick. Stand up Sigurdsson.
Yeah.
Declan Rice brings him down.
Did miss that play against Chelsea though.
Hits the top ends.
Score predictions for this match then.
I actually think West Ham's going to win.
So do I.
I think West Ham wins.
2-1, maybe 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham.
There'll be one goal in it.
I think West Ham will smash them, to be honest. I don't know.
After all that.
I just think, well, I've got this sort of like question here, but I think West Ham will win 3-0.
Whoa.
I just think, I don't know what it is about Everton at the minute. It just seems like Everton's going downhill and West Ham's going uphill.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're passing each other. But, yeah, moving on. Cardiff versus Pav's sort of second or third team now, Chelsea.
You know, I've just realised.
Yeah.
I'm at work for every single Saturday game this weekend. I start at 12 and finish at 8. I literally miss every single match. I'll be hungover as well, that doesn't help.
Oh, bless you.
But you can watch this one on Sunday, Cardiff Chelsea.
Big one.
Very big one.
Pav will let you start, sort of being a Chelsea fan, I guess. Chelsea follower. I don't know what you'd class yourself as.
It's run until I die now.
Wenger now.
I don't know, because Chelsea just has been so on and off. Like, you could literally think that Cardiff, they are going to win, but then Chelsea could bad having 4-0 as well. So it's like, which Chelsea team is going to turn up?
Yeah.
But
Chelsea lost their last game against Everton.
Yeah, exactly. And then they drew with Wolves before that, beat Fulham and Spurs before that, and then got back to 6-0 by City before that.
Yeah.
It's just so on and off, probably the most inconsistent team this season.
Yeah, they're sixth at the minute, which is where I don't think any Chelsea fan will be happy with that.
Yeah.
Do you think sorry in or sorry out?
Sorry out.
Liam, what do you think?
Sorry out. I just the need. I feel like he's already lost the dressing room already.
Yeah.
Like if we're going back to the cup final, I feel like after that was the final straw.
Yeah, that was mental what happened in the cup final.
That was just. You should have just ran on and grabbed his ear and ripped them off the pitch by yourself, if I'm being honest.
And I also think we were saying about mentality issues at Everton before. I think it's even worse at Chelsea, the mentality issues. I think it's been there
so
for
many
years.
egos.
Yeah, I think, like we were saying, Azpilicueta that game is meant to be the captain, and he's just sort of shying away when Keba's doing that. Like, surely you've got to go over and have a word and say, look, it's a cup final. The manager's told you get off. But he just sort of didn't want to be part of it, kept quiet.
Yeah, I feel like
Chelsea needs someone who are sort of. I think they've been missing that since like the Lampard and Terry days. Someone who
I was about to say
like right, we need
something
to do
like
this.
that never would have happened when like Terry, Lampard, Drogba, and Czech were there. But there's just no leaders in this team, and Azpilicueta probably is like the only captain figure. But like you said, that cup final game did show that.
Maybe he's not.
Yeah. I don't really like him. I don't really rate him, but
I think the only
this team does need a big rebuild.
I think the only thing that keeps on confusing me every single time I watch Chelsea play is we can agree that N'Golo Kante is one of the best CDMs in the world.
And he plays centre attack and mid.
And he plays like not CDM. Jorginho's good, but
I think
is he N'Golo Kante good? Definitely, without a doubt, not.
Why do you think Sarri's done that?
I don't know. I think like he wants to.
He's trying.
What do you think he was trying to do?
He's trying to get this.
Go on.
He's trying to play this style of football, and he thought, oh well, if I bring him in, we'll play that style of football. But bringing one player isn't going to make you play how you want to play.
Yeah.
And I feel like but he needs to realise that what he used to play isn't going to work with every team he goes to.
Yeah.
Not at the start, at least.
Looking at Cardiff, then they've had a very poor season. But do you maybe think Cardiff have surpassed what people thought they were going to do? Because a lot of people just sort of thought Cardiff were that one team who didn't have a chance.
Yeah, I think
I'm impressed.
Everyone thought by this point Cardiff will be rock bottom with maybe like 2 wins, but their team is probably the weakest team in the league, and
on paper, yeah.
With the players they have done like okay compared to like Fulham or Huddersfield, especially compared to Fulham. So I do feel a bit bad for them, but
yeah,
I think they are still going to go down in that.
What do you think they're sort of... I don't want to say they've had a good season because they're still 18th, but what do you think has sort of got them competitive, like they're not down yet?
Josh Murphy.
Yeah, he's been the one difference.
One difference.
I feel
maybe
like
Neil Warnock. He's been a big part of what they've done over the last 3 years.
Do rate him as a manager, yeah.
I feel like everyone was impressed with what Cardiff done in the Championship. And I feel like to still be in the consideration to not get relegated now says a lot about Cardiff, because looking at that team, it's worse than Huddersfield, and they're doing a hell of a lot better. So I feel like a lot of that can't go down to Warnock and making the team kind of resilient in a sense.
Yeah. I think with Cardiff as well, obviously, I think Warnock like got the record for most promotions from the Championship, but every time he's had a full season in the Premier League, he's went down.
More than
so that. Only you would know that.
It's looking like that.
That's a drawn stat right there.
Yeah,
love it.
But I don't know. I know a few Cardiff fans down here, and I know at the start of the season they were saying that they sort of wanted Warnock to leave because of like that poor record in the Premier League. Mm-hmm. But I think that he's proved a lot of people wrong this year and showed that he does have to fight to keep a team up.
I feel like
very limited budget.
I feel like if they got rid of Warnock, the question would have been who would have bring in that's going to do that kind of job.
Yeah.
Because quite frankly, no one could do that kind of same job. The only managers I can think of to do a job with that kind of similar team would be like Sean Dyche, and of course, not going to get Sean Dyche.
Sam Allardyce, people like that. Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of he's there, so there's no point getting rid of him.
Yeah. Do you think Cardiff will ultimately go down then?
I still think they will. I just feel like the quality isn't there, whereas the teams around them kind of Burnley are getting better. The Southampton can't play good football. Brighton can't play good football. So I just feel like as much as I want them to stay up, kind of thing, because I'd be very impressed if they do. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Pav, what do you think?
About Cardiff seasons or this game?
Where do you think Cardiff will go down or stay up?
I don't want them to go down, but I think they will. I think it's like too late at this point for them to stay up. And when you look at that team, it is a Championship team. But I do think if they do go down, they won't like stay in the Championship for long, especially if they do stick with their manager.
Yeah. You think that if they did go down, do you think they'd come straight back up? Or do you think maybe like playoff position next year and build again?
Think if they do go down next 3 years, we will see them back in the Prem. Because I don't think any team with Sol Bamba deserves to be in the Championship.
Well, my next question was going to be who's been called the best player this season?
Oh yeah, Sol Bamba. Sol Bamba, yeah.
Why Sol Bamba?
He's got 74 tackles this year.
Yep.
Good one.
But he's for a defender. He has Cardiff. How many goals he got? It's probably like 2 or something. But it's Cardiff, so let me look. Oh, that's Chelsea. But anyways, they haven't had any like players that have stepped up, even like the summer signings.
Bamba's got 4 goals this year.
So that's quite impressive. Is he the top scorer?
Yeah, he's Cardiff's top scorer this season.
See what I mean? Top scorer, top tackler.
Just doesn't know.
Yeah, so you just is Bamba captain? Or
I think it's what's his face? It's centre mid.
Joe Ralls.
Morrison.
It's
I'm
not
not sure.
Sam Morrison. I think he's called Sam.
Sam Morrison.
Not
I
Sam.
don't think there's a player called Sam Morrison.
There's a kid called Morrison.
Yeah, there is someone called Morrison.
Craig Morrison.
Sam.
Craig. Are you just saying English names and
it is
not
to, like,
I think
it is
it
like
Sam.
Brexit English name.
It starts with an S. That's all I know.
Cardiff.
Sean Morrison.
There is a Morrison. I know who you saw me.
I'm pretty sure he's like the first choice
Sean
captain.
Yeah, Sean Morrison. Yeah.
Sean, that's the one.
Oh, got it.
Brexit-ish.
Sean Sam, same thing.
So do you think, obviously you were saying Bamba, do you think Cardiff need to keep a clean sheet to beat Chelsea?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because maybe they don't have enough goals in them to sort of outscore Chelsea.
That'd be funny, but I think if they played Bamba up top all season, they could have stayed up.
Liam, who do you think's Cardiff's best player has been?
Josh
do you agree
Murphy.
with Pavel? Yeah, to be fair, Josh Murphy
like,
actually has been good.
Can I just say Josh Murphy's better than Jacob Murphy?
Do you not think that's because of the squads that are in there?
Stoke away.
Apart from Stoke away, where Josh Murphy tore Stoke a new one. Well, you've seen. I think it's with Jacob. He gets the ball.
First name terms now.
Yeah,
yeah, indeed. He gets the ball. And he doesn't want the ball, and you think as a winger, you want to kind of get the ball and play with it. Where I don't know whether it's just because Josh is getting more play time or what. That he's more confident on the ball and he kind of wants to do stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas you just don't see that same kind of mentality.
I'm pretty sure if you made highlights of every single time Josh Murphy got the ball, it would be either him passing it back to Yedlin or running forward and just crossing it somewhere in the box.
Jacob.
I think Josh Murphy's doing better at Cardiff because I think 2 reasons. He's in a weaker squad, and I also think Jacob Murphy and Josh Murphy are both Newcastle fans. So when Jacob Murphy signed for Newcastle, I think you desperately want to do well so much, maybe too much.
Yeah, too much pressure.
It's like if we signed for Cardiff, we wouldn't really feel any pressure to do well. But if we signed for Newcastle, you'd want to go out every week and give it your all. Maybe it just gets too much for you.
Pav wants to sit on the bench and make sure that's not Palmer. That's not Palmer plays up front every game. He's like, no, I don't want to play. Let him play.
Pav, you've watched Chelsea quite a bit. And who's been Chelsea's best player this season?
Hazard. I think it's an easy one.
Standard.
Yeah.
I think top goal scorer, top assist.
Yeah. I just feel like so many of their players have been so disappointing this season, like Kepa, Aspilicueta, Marcos Alonso, David Luiz, Jorginho,
the entire lineup.
Kovacic, William.
It's been a bit of a car crash season for Alonso.
Well,
I was hoping someone make some form of joke like that. That probably wasn't me.
I tried to do it appropriate, but
do you think it's even close between Hazard and whoever's second best?
I don't think anyone's I don't think there's anyone close.
I think Kante could have been there, but he's just been
Kante
like you were saying before. He's been played out of position, so he can't really do anything.
I think Borg has been decent. He's had his spells. But apart from that, all the other players have just been so poor.
So you just think Hazard by an absolute mile.
Yeah. And he hasn't even been that good. Like, I would have had him the priority team of the season. Maybe based on stats, but performance-wise.
Do you think he'll be at Chelsea next year?
I think he will, yeah.
So you don't see Madrid coming in?
I think they will come in for him, but just don't think Chelsea will get rid of him.
I feel like he wants to go, and I feel like Madrid will want him, but I just can't see.
Yeah.
Like if you took this especially this season, if you took Hazard out of that team, let's see, not a lot's going on.
The worrying thing for Chelsea as well, which we haven't said yet, is they've got a transfer ban for the next 2 windows. So how do you think they'll fare next year?
I mean, they'll just get everyone back from loan and be sound.
Yeah, I mean, they probably could just do that, to be honest. But
honestly,
you know, it's funny.
What?
Hazard got a hat-trick in his game last time. So Bamba scored for Cardiff, put them 1-0 up, and Sean Morrison got the assist.
Well, as I talked about.
Yeah. So how do you think Chelsea do next year, Pav? If they can't make any signings? Because you were literally saying before they're going to have to rebuild, but they can't do that now.
I think they have the right players at the club, but they're not at the team right now. Obviously Pulisic is coming in. And then you've got like Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi, who I think under the right manager, there could be like key players for Chelsea. I think a manager like similar to someone like Pochettino will be class for Chelsea right now.
Do you think Chelsea could like attract Pochettino? Obviously, there's the rivalry between Spurs and Chelsea.
I kind of feel like Pochettino has been like so close to Spurs in the last few years, and you can tell he loves the club. I just don't think he would go to Chelsea.
I can't see anyone taking Pochettino away from Spurs recently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he wants to leave Spurs until he like proves something.
I also think the new stadium sort of keeping him there. He wants to be like prove that that's something that was worth doing for Spurs.
Can I just say that Giroud should be playing ahead of Higuain as well?
Oh, definitely.
I don't know even know why he's not.
Chelsea's front three should be Hazard, Giroud, and
Giroud's
I
think Giroud's
top scorer this year.
He's so
I think that really says it all. If he's your top scorer in one competition, then why not play him in the Premier League? You could probably say the same for Hudson-Odoi. Like, why isn't he playing in the Premier League over Willian? Because Willian's been not shocking this season, but he's been poor.
Very poor, yeah. He had games where he stepped up and scored a few goals, but
not quite the same free kicks
as a whole.
Game. Top ends.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you sort of answered it before, but I was going to say, if Sarri was to leave, who would you get in next season? Who can sort out that Chelsea team without making signings? I
think Pochettino is now an option, just because obviously the Spurs factor and so on. But I can't think of any managers I would actually want to take on this challenge for Chelsea.
Go sort of like high profile foreign manager. I maybe think for once you should go a different way. I'd quite like to see you give Eddie Howe a chance. I think he could do really well.
I would love Eddie Howe.
He really brings up like youth players and gets the best out of everyone who he has. He's made signings at Bournemouth, but most of the players still there. He had in like League 2, and now he's got them like top Premier League players.
If you look at like what he's done with someone like David Brooks Ryan Fraser, Callum Wilson, and so on. Just imagine someone like Loftus-Cheek or Hudson-Odoi under him.
I mean, David Brooks was the first Welsh player to win Welsh Player of the Year in 5 years, other than Gareth Bale, which is pretty ridiculous for a Bournemouth player to,
I thought you're not going to add the other than Gareth Bale.
No.
Just going to say David Brooks is the first Welsh player to win Welsh Player of the Year.
I know I've never done it before. But, so I think maybe someone like him. I also think the Chelsea job would be too good for him to turn down. Because even though Bournemouth are in a good place at the minute, I think there is still a massive gap between Bournemouth and Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Score predictions for this one, then?
I think 3-1 Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to go 1-0 up. Cardiff's going to equalise with Sol Bamba. And then Harta's just going to step up and win the game for them.
Yeah.
Say Savage Joe.
I'm going to go with 1-0 Chelsea.
Sol Bamba on goal.
Don't think I'd say convincing, but I can't see Cardiff making too many problems for them, but it's going to be kind of just straightforward, score one, kind of not much goes on game. I think being very boring, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Cardiff just sit back.
I don't think Chelsea will play well, but I think they'll get the job done. Yeah. Win 1-0 or 2-1. Next, probably the biggest game of the weekend, Liverpool Spurs.
Second biggest.
Oh. Second biggest game of the weekend.
We have one next.
Yeah.
Junction.
Liverpool Spurs at Anfield.
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah,
Did you say it cut off first? I didn't hear what you said.
What?
I didn't hear a single word you said. It's just cut off.
I said Liverpool Spurs at Anfield.
All right.
Spurs have only won one of their last 5, and they haven't won any of their last 4.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's going to win this one. Maybe not better than, but I think they will go.
I think Salah needs to start stepping up again.
Yeah, he's been poor recently.
I feel like recently he's been too quiet, and I feel like I wouldn't want to say it's his fault, the reason why they've kind of Man City been able to catch up to the...
I think it's safe to say they bottled it.
But, again, still waiting for one of them to slip, but...
Yeah.
It's kind of... It's not all over again.
Yeah, definitely. Weirdly, isn't it? Aren't they playing Chelsea on the exact same week as when that happened?
Yeah,
exact same game week.
Oh, hey.
On my birthday, yeah.
Please.
That would be
Happened on my birthday last time as well.
If that actually
Gonzalo
happens
Higuain.
Higuain runs through.
Yeah. But I mean, Liverpool ultimately, although we're saying well, they have sort of bottled it because Man City have been so ridiculous, but Liverpool haven't lost any of their last 5. But
They are still top as
at
well.
the same, wait, are they? I thought City would.
No,
Yeah,
they
they're
are
still
top.
top.
Yeah.
No, they're top.
Oh,
But
right.
I'll play a game.
I think that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
right,
City got a
that's
game
fine.
in hand and only 2 points down.
I think City go top when they win their.
I like
game
how
in
you
hand,
don't
yeah.
say if, it's when.
It's when.
I think it's against like Burnley or something.
It's Brighton, I think.
No, Chelsea's got Brighton.
All right, so yeah, well,
It's
maybe.
Fulham,
Game
man.
in
We
hand.
talked about it was the first game we talked about.
No, I had means the game in hand.
Oh, is it? I thought it just meant my bad.
Yeah, they have a.
Yeah, I think it is Burnley actually. But
Yeah, I feel like it is. Well, no, because I just played Burnley. I'm not Spurs.
Pick a team, it's that team.
even though this isn't in the new stadium, do you maybe think the whole buzz of opening the new stadium and that finally being done will help Spurs going into this?
I mean, I think it's some extra pressure for them, and we all know how well Spurs do under pressure.
Yeah,
I
not very
mean,
well.
they are currently unbeaten in the new stadium. Although it wasn't the first team, they did win
under
nevertheless. They did win nevertheless.
Are you saying that they should just play the under 18s again?
Yeah.
Against
I
Liverpool.
mean, it would be a interesting appointment, but it might work.
I mean, if Spurs are to win this, do you think Kane needs a big game? Coming like Sissoko. Okay, explain why Sissoko.
To be fair, it's, actually,
it's away.
I
Actually,
to be fair,
it's away.
It's away.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm
Yeah. You've got the wrong team, the wrong player.
I've been up since 4 hours.
Do you think Liverpool will win this though?
Yeah,
I think they will.
I think
as much as I don't want
Sadio
to.
Mane, masterclass.
Sadio Mane. He has been Liverpool's.
Oh, Andrew Robertson.
Would you say Mane's been Liverpool's player of the season?
Yeah.
That's what I said in the other podcast, remember?
Yeah.
Joe was like,
oh yeah.
do you think Salah or Van Dijk have been Liverpool's first? Yeah,
well, that's what I was.
I'll probably agree
pushing who's been better with Van Dijk and Mane. I know you said Mane the other day, pal, but do you still think that?
Yeah.
Why has Mane been more important than Van Dijk though in the Premier League?
I want to say he's been more important. I would say he's been bad, but not more important.
But you still think he deserves, if there was, like assuming at the end of the season Liverpool have a player of the year award, he gets it.
Yeah, I just think like if you took Mane out of this team, you still have like players like Shaqiri or Origi who you could put in.
Yeah.
And Liverpool would still win games, but if you take Van Dijk out of that team, you lose like so much leadership. And
Van Dijk is just a poor man's Fabian Shaw, though.
He is.
Yeah, of course. Everyone agrees on that.
Everyone agree on that. I was only 3 when it happened. We all know that's just fact.
Yeah.
How much was it again? Like 75 million?
How much was Shaw?
Imagine all the Fabian Shaws you could get for that. 4
know.
million. Or 3.5 or something.
Fair,
like
Shaw
that.
was a what? Working the bank? He's probably sat there cashing all that tax-free Van Dijk money.
Yeah. I was going to say Shaw Swiss as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Tax-free,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably is.
Do you think it seems quite hard, but do you think Spurs could maybe upset that with Cartier and get a win?
They could, but I don't think they will.
I think they could, but I don't think they will.
1-0.
If they were going to, how could they? What would be the game plan going into this?
I kind of feel like when Spurs dominate, like from the first minute, they do like tend to
outclass teams.
Yeah. But I'm just not sure if this will work with Liverpool at Anfield because they've just been so good this season, and I think Liverpool's team is better as well.
I think Kane's been the same since he came back from injury as well.
I mean, just have 70 goals. He's same as Mane and Salah.
But I know I was sat before singing his praise about how he's been for the England squad, but I don't know if it's just kind of the same. I don't know whether he's not getting the same kind of service he has been in the England squad or what. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Something doesn't seem right.
I kind of feel like Harry Kane's one of the strikers where even if he doesn't play well, he can still score like 2 goals in the match.
Yeah.
Just because if you give him 3 chances, he will take 2.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Shearer.
Yeah.
Big ups.
Big up cheer.
Big up my man.
Hope you listen.
Like, subscribe, share.
Do all that.
I think the biggest thing that plays in Spurs' favour in this game is that the immense amount of pressure that Liverpool are under now. They're just under so much pressure. I think Spurs need to make the most of that.
If Liverpool don't win this game, they haven't won the league. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I feel like if Liverpool lose any game, if I'm being honest, I can't see, especially now Man City aren't going to lose a game. I don't think.
No. It's a joke. They're just
it's
sweeping
just
everyone.
They like go into every single game knowing that they should win this, and they always do. So
Man City have literally only lost one game this year. Yeah, I'm not sure who that was against.
Can we go back and find out who that was against, please? Was that some team up north?
Oh,
what? Matt Ritchie, Rondon and Ritchie against Newcastle.
Yeah,
what a game!
I'll say that.
Same.
No, but yeah, to be honest, how well City are playing, it actually makes me keep looking back at that game, and I just keep thinking, how the hell did we win that?
Yeah, well, like literally,
Rafa Benitez masterclass.
Yeah, it literally was.
Some of the teams that beat like you say, Schalke that beat on a bad team, Bournemouth, West Ham, Chelsea, Newport County, Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton, and lost to United, of course. But yeah, it's just, I think.
Remember when they beat Burn 10-0? I know it's Burn, but like 10-0.
Newcastle, to be fair, Newcastle struggled against Burton a couple of seasons ago.
You know who Burn beat?
Yeah, I watched a documentary on it. It was great.
Did you see Darren Bent laughing about that on the course on Sunday? He was pretty buzzing. I was like, yes, Darren, go on, son.
I mean,
I was like, I wasn't going to celebrate it then.
Yeah, kind of happy.
Yeah, and then he just laughed and went, "I'll sent it down."
Here.
We were saying about Liverpool's best players. Who's been Spurs' best player this season? Because, like you were saying, Kane's been injured quite a bit, hasn't really stepped up.
Kieran
And I'm being serious.
I don't actually think I had like one player that passed out because Eriksen's been below his best. Son's been away with Korea like every week.
Yeah, doing his army stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
That was mental, though.
I honestly think because Sissoko had that part of the season where when Sissoko first joined up until recently, kind of the start of the season, every single Tottenham fan hated him. And he had that amazing run of form that every single Tottenham fan loved him. And now I feel he's back to kind of every Tottenham fan hates him.
Yeah.
So we all know how good a player he can be, but
It just says one of the players that you have on your team and you have a hate when you're on them. It just depends on the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he never stands out, but I think you've got to give Eriksen a shout as well. He just always seems to have a decent game. Never really puts a foot wrong.
I'll just say Hugo Lloris is the best player on that team.
I mean,
controversial.
It's hard to compare him to like Kane because obviously
I think he's overrated.
wants to strike How important do you think Lloris is for Spurs?
Well, I think
He's a captain, so
I think he's one of the best goalkeepers.
obviously
in the
very
world.
important.
One of the best in
Actually,
the world.
Yeah.
Where would you rank him? Like keepers in the world,
Behind the Bravka.
of course. Yeah.
Best goalkeepers in the world. I'm looking at the likes of Ter Stegen. I'm looking at Oblak. Buffon's done absolute baller.
I think Alisson, Edison, they're both kind of good.
I don't think Alisson and Edison have
Maybe not good
that
shot
much
stoppers,
to
but
do this season. I would put them in the kind of best in the world. I'd probably put them about 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
No, but on a serious note, I'm not being funny, right? If you put Lloris in Newcastle's team, he would not win Newcastle as many points as the Bravka has.
Yeah.
You're probably being honest, to be fair. I think Lloris has a much better distribution than what the Bravka has, though.
I'm really happy that people sort of underestimate Dubravka though, because it means that no one's going to say him.
Fingers crossed. Like, I seen an article pop on my phone the other day. It was like, big European teams want Newcastle goalkeeper. I was like, no. It's like, Arsenal want Woodman. I'm like,
Juventus inquired about him in January to his agent, but supposedly the club just said no. You're not allowed to talk to him.
Not happening. Tiggy's fall off him.
So I guess we'll just get score predictions here. a massive, massive game for Liverpool in the title race.
Can I say that, go to bottle?
3-1 Liverpool.
I feel like Liverpool need to win. I feel like they will. 2-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Liverpool will get the job done. Like,
yeah.
Both of these teams are like no one's bottle lads, so could literally go anywhere.
The battle of the
Yeah,
bottle.
I think,
literally.
I think 3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
Man of the match.
I'm just getting excited about the next game that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I was going to say, now moving on to the big one, the one everyone's been waiting for on Monday night. We've got
football.
Arsenal against Newcastle.
I can't wait for my pint of Salad Junction.
Oh, pass me a dark fruit.
I don't like either, but
controversial.
Arsenal haven't lost any of their last 5 and have won 4. And we've only lost 1 in our last 5. So, but we do sort of. I think last time we won at the Emirates, we beat them 1-0. Carroll scored.
Yeah,
that was in like 2011.
As much as that's so badly want to win, of course, everyone will win every game, but we are dreadful at the Emirates.
Yeah.
We did beat them 2-1 at St James's
abysmal
in 2018, but
yeah, obviously they've already beat with us. Yeah, that was sort of they didn't smash with it, and I don't think Arsenal are as good as other teams in the top 4, even though their position would sort of say that they are.
You look at Arsenal's front kind of forwards and like, oh my god, and you slowly but surely start going backward and like, not too sure I'm feeling it. So
yeah,
I think out of the top 5, Arsenal's the easiest team to beat for like lower rated teams.
I think it's Man City personally. Been there, done that.
Only some teams can do that.
I think, like Liam was saying, I think if you can neutralise Arsenal's front 3, you always have a good chance against them.
Yeah.
And I'd say we have one of the better defences outside of the top 6. But you could maybe argue the best outside of the top 6 in the league.
I just love to see back 3.
I'm not saying being biased, but I think we've got the best kind of defence outside the top 6.
Yeah, 9 clean sheets this season, which I don't think many goalkeepers or defences will have more than that.
I mean, we do play a very defensive mentality for kind of football, but regardless, the likes of, I'm not gonna lie, before we signed them, didn't know who the June was, didn't know who Fabian Shaw was.
I never heard of him.
Do you know what I mean? And then you watch them playing, like, unbelievable for what they're doing currently. So
yeah,
I feel like them 3 just play so well together because we have Lascelles who just sits back and keeps the defence solid. You've got Lejeune who's class on the ball. Mm-hmm. You've got Shaw who can do anything. Even the fullbacks, like Richie has been quite impressive with left wing back.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Richie left wing back.
It's his work rates that make up for like his ability.
Yeah, I'm gonna be good when Richie leaves. Like, I just think I've never seen a player like during my lifetime who's so bothered about trying all he can for the team. Like he looks so like annoyed when he's brought off and that. And
I remember first game of the season at Spurs when he came up. He just
threw the bottle in there.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
that's what you like to see.
I was like, I'm a lot of players, but like love criticising players like Perez and that. And Richie, like I've been like at the start of the season, my biggest critics were Perez and Richie, and they basically both absolutely took the mick out of us. Yeah.
I think Perez has shut a lot of people up.
Yeah. With his little stupid.
Lost showing to see when he scores.
He just needs to stop his celebration. Can we just ban that? That needs to go.
Wait, what? Right, Perez has 52 tackles this season, which is the second highest in Newcastle.
Yeah, Diarme's. Who's number 1? Is it Diarme with 72?
Diarme 72.
Diarme.
Torreira's got 59. So Perez has more tackles than any Arsenal player apart from Torreira. And he's a striker.
And I think when you look at how much Diarme has played this season, it's quite mad that he has 72 tackles.
I kind of feel like Diarme would be a player who could come into this game after not playing for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And be crucial to like winning.
I think it's mad how good Diarme's became since January last year.
after his little fight.
Yeah. Since Lascelles chinned him, he's been class.
Do you think that's what he's done to like Perez and Richie?
Probably. Rafa just whispers to Lascelles, like, go on.
Just nod to them like, yeah, go on, do your job.
Yeah. If we're to get anything from this, do we really need players like... Because Diarme's probably going to play. Do we need Diarme to sort of keep that sort of play style going? He needs to get every tackle in on Aubameyang and Lacazette and their midfield.
We need Almiron to score, quite frankly.
I would love it if he did score.
I would love it if he scored the winner.
Who would you play alongside the Army?
Alongside the Army.
Yeah. I
think against that Arsenal front three goes.
You don't need two defensive ones, yeah.
Like, as good as...
I think playing Kieran Shelby would be too risky.
As good as we know Shelby can be, I feel like there's no way for you to take Kane now. You just can't.
I think Shelby's ability's wasted in this game. I don't think he's going to be on the ball enough to really capitalise on what he's good at.
I think Longstaff will be really useful in this game, but obviously
he's injured. Longstaff's like a sort of a combo of Shelby and Diarmi because you can do the dirty work and he has got that passing range as well. I think that's why people like him so much.
Was Shaw out last game with a suspension?
Shaw's out this game as well because it's a 2-game suspension.
Right, and Lascelles was injured last game?
Yeah, so we might be playing a
back
three.
Some at the back.
Dummetless and Clark.
Dummetless and Fernandes maybe.
Oh, Fernandes,
yeah.
To be fair, wasn't Fernandes awful against Bournemouth?
I feel like
that's what I heard.
I feel like the defence is kind of... I feel like the whole team is kind of poor against Bournemouth.
I was going to say, I think we done well to get... we didn't deserve to lose, we didn't deserve to win at Bournemouth, so I thought the result was really fair. Because I didn't think that pen was a pen. I thought the biggest joke of that game was probably Mike Dean. To be honest.
Nothing new there?
Yeah.
No surprise.
I've seen the TV camera got excited.
Still.
But...
Actually, who's ref in this game? Does it say?
I don't think...
Doesn't get released until
it doesn't get released until Thursday or something. Yeah.
It's just spread something like Dean.
I don't think... I think after all the criticism from that game, the Bournemouth game, I don't think they do it. But I think Arsenal will be pretty confident going into this. They beat Man U in their last game. And I would say out of all the teams in the top 6, they have the easiest run of fixtures by a mile. Mm-hmm. So I think in general they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves at the minute.
Yeah, they haven't lost in ages as well.
Yeah. Do you think Arsenal will get top 4?
Yeah. Well, now I haven't checked on Arsenal in a while. They are 4th now, but Man United are hot on the tails.
But Arsenal's fixtures are literally so much easier than Man U with Spurs and all that.
I think they will. I feel like Man United will start falling off eventually. Maybe they might start falling off after that Arsenal game and have that fall off period now. Of honeymoon period finishes. But I feel like if they continue to win games and as long as they continue to not lose, which I feel like they have done a lot recently, then they should be alright. They'll finish in top 4.
Do you think Emery's been a successful appointment for Arsenal overall?
I think so.
I think it's too early to judge.
Maybe not successful, but a good appointment.
Because he hasn't won a trophy, but do you think that would have been such a big thing for Arsenal fans? Yeah, he could still win the Europa League. I know you haven't won in the Europa League.
I feel like Arsenal are sick of winning the FA Cup. I feel like the FA Cup's just nothing to them now. It's just futile.
Yeah.
On the out.
They're out, but kind of recently they've won a hell of a lot. But I feel like it's far too early to judge them. I feel like you have another manager that's in for a season, like a Man City and that, then you can judge them early on. But I feel like just Arsenal's history with managers, aka just one manager, that he just needs time, and I feel like he will get it.
Yeah. I guess we've only beat them 10 times in 47 games, which really isn't good. But only 4 times away. We've had some pretty horrible games at the Emirates. But
very poor.
I don't know. I think our mentality is just so different now to what it has been. Yeah, I think I'm not confident going into this, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if we got a draw.
I wouldn't be. I'll be surprised if we won, if I'm being honest. I feel like this team now, there's been far too many games recently, at least, where I've looked at them pints are everywhere, pals on the table.
Yeah,
it's kind of recently a lot. I've been sitting there going, I don't think we'll win today, and then never mind, I was wrong, kind of thing.
I thought we were going to beat West Ham away, and then
I didn't. I thought we were going to lose
that way, did it?
So do you think this will be quite a boring game because the defensive style we play? Or do you think it'll be quite a good flowing game and you'll enjoy the game?
I mean, I feel like I'll be too kind of drunk to realise what's going on.
Yeah.
But
I kind of feel like it's always entertaining when Newcastle plays Arsenal. Like, it's not that boring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, being 4-0 down and drawing 4-4 is kind of interesting enough.
R.I.P. to you.
R.I.P. indeed. But, yeah, it depends. I feel like if we can suppress their front three, like you said before, then it's anyone's game, but it's a hard one.
Yeah, who's going to be the main sort of players if we are to even get a draw or win? I'd be happy with either.
Probably would.
Yeah, the defence have got to be a lot better than they were against Bournemouth if it's going to be the same three, because they can't expect the likes of Almiron, Perez and Rondon to do the same kind of things they were able to do against Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think Rondon will be huge in this game as well because he's so important.
He needs to take his chances,
Yeah.
He literally just, I say we probably get like most of our possession from him just holding up the ball and sort of getting us on the ball.
Exactly.
But literally just Dubravka lofted up the Rondon. You hold on to it and then we'll get going after that.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you look at Arsenal's defence, it's not great, is it? Like,
Arsenal's defence is there to be definitely
not even going to try and pronounce his name.
Socrates.
Papa Dominus.
Yeah, Socrates.
Just call him Socrates.
Yeah, but I want to call him Papa stuff with
Papapoulos or something like that.
Socrates, but Papa's that.
I had a bad name.
Yours was alright to pronounce. So
it was
quite most Polish names.
True.
Laszczykowski.
Yeah. So score predictions for this to finish off then.
5-0 Newcastle. I want to say like a promising result for us, but just
go with your head.
With my head, 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm not going with my head, I'm going with my heart. 2-1 Newcastle.
Dubravka, last minute.
I'm going to say it's a proper crap game, but we scrape out a draw, get a 1-1.
I'll take that.
I would take that.
I'd take that as well.
Oh, well, it's been a pleasure having you on, lads.
Thank you very much.
Love to have you back on again.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Thanks for listening, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.